Deep, dark secrets about The Wizard of Oz, the movie from 1939. 1. The Wizard of Oz might have been cursed. The final version of the movie, released in 1939, indeed made a breakthrough in the industry. However, it was not the only attempt to bring Wizard of Oz to life. The novel was first brought out in vaudeville music style in 1902, and an attempt was again made in 1910, in which a silent movie was made. In 1925, another movie was made that featured Scarecrow as the main character, but again, it failed to lead the entire Hollywood studio towards bankruptcy. After these failed tries, the cast again gathered together in 1939 to create another version of the movie, which finally came out as successful. 2. Wearing the costumes was pure torture for the Wizard of Oz cast. We won't lie, the costumes of the characters in the movie were incredible. They were creative and mesmerized a lot of viewers, but the characters felt quite the opposite. The Cowardly Lion's costume was made out of real lion skin, which was really heavy. It weighed around 90 pounds. Burt Lahr, the actor who played the role of the lion in the movie, felt difficulty breathing in it. The costume provided no ventilation, and so the actor was constantly sweating and gasping for air during the shoot. Soon the conditions got worse, and it is known that 2 assistants took an entire night just to dry the costume. Buddy Ebsen, another actor who played the role of Tin Man, also had considerable problems with his costume. The Tin Man's costume was made out of metal, so he was unable to sit down in it, and thus has to stand the whole time. In case he got really tired, Ebsen would lean against a board. The poor guy also later had to go through a severe chemical reaction that brought him to the hospital. The diagnosis revealed that it was poisoning due to the chemical being applied to his face every day, and he was inhaling it. The actor could not continue shooting after it, and the role was given to Jack Haley. 3. The movie went through 4 directors. The movie was first filmed under the director of Richard Thorpe, but there was some circumstance that led him to be fired by the heads. Firstly, he was persistent on Judy Garland, the actress playing the role of Dorothy, to wear a blonde wig and put on heavy makeup to play the role of Dorothy. Later, when Buddy Ebsen fell ill and was hospitalized, Thorpe was fired. George Cukor was given the task of direction. He continued the work for a while, but a few weeks later, he left the set to direct the movie Gone with the Wind. Victor Fleming was then hired as the director. However, Cukor returned after some time after he was fired from the set of Gone with the Wind, allegedly for being a homosexual. Lastly, King Vidor completed the movie in his direction and was also said to have provided valuable assistance in post-production and sepia sequencing. Number 4. Shirley Temple as Dorothy. When you see the film, you will notice that Judy Garland performed such an excellent job as Dorothy that you will not consider anybody else for the part. However, Shirley Temple was almost nominated for the legendary part, if you didn't already know. Shirley was considered unfit for the role following a visit from the film's producers because she lacked Judy's vocal talent. Number 5. Judy Garland got slapped in the face. A lot goes behind the filming of a movie, and people often get frustrated. During the filming of the notorious slap scene of the Cowardly Lion and Dorothy, Judy Garland was continuously distracted and was giggling uncontrollably. They shot the scene again and again, yet could not yield the desired results. Frustrated by this, the director, Victor Fleming, took Garland to a side and slapped her across the face, and warned her to focus and complete the work. This was quite unexpected and offensive, however, it worked. The next time, Garland completed the scene without any disturbance. Audiences thought the Wicked Witch of the West actor was really evil. We all remember the Wicked Witch of the West, right? The green old lady makes Dorothy's life miserable. Well, she was considered wicked even in her real life. The viewers hated her character, but this slipped into her personal life as well. Not only this, but actress Margaret Hamilton also suffered some sort of injuries when the film was being shot. Hamilton fell victim to 2nd and 3rd degree burns after her green copper makeup started burning during the fire scene. She also got an injury in another scene, but the producers went on with a double, since Hamilton got no serious damage. However, it was not before long that Hamilton was taken to the hospital. because the prop room exploded during the shoot. 7. It took plenty of courage to portray the Cowardly Lion. We already talked about the struggles the Cowardly Lion had to go through during the shoot of The Wizard of Oz. Well, there is more to the story. The Cowardly Lion was not allowed to eat anything during the shoot because of the heavy makeup he was wearing. Lar agreed to do so and decided that he would rely on milkshakes and soup to satisfy his hunger. However, the shooting of the movie took longer than years, and halfway through, Burt Lar gave up and requested the director a quick makeup redo after lunch. 8. Editors almost cut the song Over the Rainbow. We all have heard the famous song Over the Rainbow, right? Well, the song was uncertain about being part of the movie or not. The editors were convinced that the song was too tedious and it might not appear appealing to the kids. Additionally, the studio Louis Head B expressed that the song was too emotional and depressing, and thus it was decided that the song would not be part of the movie. However, later the decision was annulled and the song was left as it was, since the producer and an assistant producer said they would quit their jobs if the song was cut. 9. Making Wizard of Oz sequel was too complicated. The sequel of Wizard of Oz was highly requested, but couldn't be brought to reality for several reasons. First off, the amazing performance of Judy Garland impressed a lot of directors, and she was booked for different projects after the release of The Wizard of Oz. Secondly, the production cost of this movie was quite hefty, so taking on another such task was quite daunting. All in all, there was no proper sequel following the famous Wizard of Oz up until 1985, when Disney decided to bring out the movie called The Return to Oz. Number 10. Billy Burke had a facelift for the film. Before cosmetic surgery became so widespread, Scarphone recalled, a quick and easy technique to give an actress a facelift was to attach these little pieces of chiffon in front of her ears and then draw them up tight with thread. A wig was then placed over to conceal it. The jowls and drooping neckline would be miraculously revived. Billy Burke, who played Glinda the Good Witch, went through this to seem youthful on camera, despite being 54 years old.